At Lambeau Field, it's Packers, Vikings. This matchup kind of speaks for itself. It's the start of what will be a 3-game stretch of NFC North games for the Packers. So, Michael, a big one today. First time this season that they're facing the Vikings, and first time that they're facing a division opponent since week start of the season. Yeah. I almost said week 2. That was the Commanders. Week 1 when they faced the Lions.
Yeah, it's almost like every week from week 12 on now is a prove-it week for the Packers, because even at 6-3-1, they haven't exactly looked dominant.
No.
At least as dominant as we thought they were going to be after weeks 1 and 2 when they beat the Lions in week 1 and the Commanders in week 2.
Yeah, those are the last times they had those really dominant games, so still kind of seeking those complete performances.
They haven't played that complete game. That's what Matt LaFleur has talked about. They still have to be able to match good offense with good defense. The good defense part hasn't really been an issue over the past few weeks. It's the offense getting it going, and it's going to be a struggle, I guess, today when they don't have their lead back, Josh Jacobs, who is
Well, we'll see. I mean, look, Josh Jacobs, he's great, but he hasn't quite obviously had the season that he's wanted to, and I know he's had to deal with some injuries, but let's not forget, it's Toyota-thon start.
That's true.
It is Jordan Love time. It is time for that passing game to really get going and show itself off, because this is the time when Jordan has thrived over his last 2 seasons, complete seasons as a starter. And, they have options at receiver. It's just a matter of getting to them and using them. I know they don't have Tucker Kraft anymore, but not to say Josh Jacobs he's a distraction out there. So that's always key to have him out there. Unfortunately, though, let's get into it. They won't have him out there today.
They will not. And they're going to have Emmanuel Wilson probably as the RB1. Chris Brooks will get some time. So if you're still setting your fantasy lineups and you haven't seen Josh Jacobs is out, you picked Emmanuel Wilson.
I did pick him anyway because I have Josh Jacobs.
Emmanuel Wilson was not available for me, so I picked up Chris Brooks thinking, okay maybe he'll get in the end zone. But Pierre Strong was elevated from the practice squad yesterday, which was kind of an indication that Jacobs would not be playing today. Of course, you and I think he was trying as hard as he could to, convince the coaches that he could play. But remember,
that's
they have
just the Josh Jacobs way of doing things. That guy does not want to miss a game.
Right.
But also he understands, this team is trying to make the playoffs, trying to make a deep run, trying to get to the Super Bowl. There's still a lot of season left.
Yeah, and there's a really important game 4 or 5 days from now in Detroit on Thursday on Thanksgiving, because you beat them once. If you can beat them twice and you finish with a similar record, you're gonna. I guess the tiebreak won't really matter because they have that tie in there. So,
but it is an important stretch.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at last year, the Packers going 1-5 in division play was just. It's not. That was one of the big things they talked about this offseason. They said it starts with trying to win the North, and this stretch is huge. Yes, it was huge for them to get that Week 1 win against the Lions. So, but then, I mean, you got to try to follow it up today against the Vikings, and then, hopefully they can get that Thanksgiving win. But then you got the Bears. You want to try to beat them. So, as long as you can beat your division foes at least once this season, as opposed to last year where they just had the 1 win.
A couple of more inactives to share with you. Matthew Golden will be inactive today. He, again, hasn't found the end zone yet. Not that that's a big deal, but I don't really think he's found his stride yet this season. He's had some opportunities, but really the passing game's been so spread out that he doesn't exactly It's a usual Packers passing game, and so he won't be playing today. Quay Walker, another one, which is really big on the defensive side of the ball, and without him, he is the eyes and ears of that defense a lot of times, and so.
So Isaiah McDuffie will be the one wearing the headset.
He's going to wear the green dot. Yeah.
And he's a veteran guy too, but Quay has really had a fantastic season too, and just his ability out there, the tackles and the stops that he's made. And I think a big thing too, his composure this season has been on display in those moments where the opponents get a little testy with him. So he's just showed a lot of maturity and done a really great job this season. So it's always tough not having him, but we'll see if maybe they were able to get him back for that game against Detroit. So Dontavian Wicks is playing. He was the one I also wasn't sure is going to, because obviously if they don't have Matthew Golden and Dontavian Wicks, that wouldn't be great, because you want to try to have as many options as possible. But they do still have Christian Watson. They still got Romeo Doubs. We'll see how much Luke Musgrave gets in the mix today, and just see what they do with Emmanuel Wilson, because even though they don't have Josh Jacobs, they still want to rely on that run game to open things up. So.
And Wilson's a passing back too. Like, you can throw the ball to him. He has hands. He can catch the ball. They're going to need, I guess, a really good blocking offensive line today, plus Chris Brooks, because the Vikings defense is a scary defense.
No, for sure. They really are. They're rated #1 in the NFL in their blitz and their pressures. So it's going to be coming today, especially against that pass game. So there's not going to be time for those deep balls to develop for Jordan Love and those receivers. They're going to have to try to get it out of the pocket there quickly, because if he doesn't, then guys are going to be right in his face, including a guy, Eric Wilson, who used to play for the Packers, who's having a great season. But they do a really good job. Brian Flores does a great job of mixing things up and different blitz packages. You don't know who's coming, a D-end, a safety, a linebacker. So Jordan talked about that this week. It's just trying as best as you can to read that pre-snap, or, I mean, sometimes it's hard though, because even like post-snap, they'll switch things up. So just trying to do as best as you can to try to dissect that and get this win.
Let's talk J.J. McCarthy real quick. Again, Matt LaFleur said earlier this week, it's a guy who's going to figure it out. He just hopes it's not this week against the Packers. He knows what J.J. McCarthy is capable of. But again, he just has not been as consistent as the Vikings want him to be.
No, for sure. And I think the thing that sticks out too is the interceptions. And you look back to last week against the Giants, there was lots of interceptions that were left out there on the field with the drops. So I think that's a big opportunity today for the Packers, is trying to get J.J. McCarthy to throw another interception, or just be in that right position to snag a ball, maybe force a turnover too with that pressure up front, maybe a fumble. But yeah, so I think that's an opportunity though out there today for this Packers defense, is trying to get another turnover, because I know people wanted to see those interceptions come, and I know they didn't quite have that number, don't have that number that we saw last season, but I think there could be an opportunity there today, just with the way that J.J. McCarthy has been playing as of late.
Let's talk some score predictions here. What do you have?
I'm going, let's go 27-17 Packers, because of course I'm picking 27. 6-7? No, it's 2-7, okay? Because the Packers are 5-0 this season when scoring exactly 27 points. So why not? Why not score another 27 points today? Get this win over the Vikings. Start this stretch of NFC North games out on a good note.
So you must have been in my mind, because I had 27-17.
I feel like a lot of people are going to, okay, so literally same. I would say, I feel like a lot of people are going to say 27 for sure.
Well, yeah, and I do think it's just a magic number at this point. And I don't think I can change from that, stray away from that. I think that the Packers, there's something about the number 27, Jordan Love.
Yeah, and when they score 27 or more points this season, they're 6-0-1.
Right.
So that one tie.
So there you go. Kickoff just around the corner at noon. That's on Fox 11. You can watch it there, and you can see us later tonight at 9 and 10.
We'll see you there.